last.
I had a while there, about 6 years, where every single night right before bed, in COVID, it was the worst. It's why I couldn't sleep, is I would have a huge bowl of cereal, 2 slices of toast, breakfast, an apple, and then an orange.
You were pre-gaming at breakfast?
Every night before bed, and then I'd wake up and eat the same.
Why were you pre-gaming breakfast? You like doing it before you went to sleep. Most people do it when they wake up.
I just thought you were meant to eat before bed. Everyone had told me that in my head.
Who told you?
Well, no one. I've now realised that with hindsight. So I would eat tons and then not sleep, but that was okay, I guess. I came up with a lot of ideas in those times, so really I have food to thank for all of this.
Yeah.
I don't like banana. I just don't.
I get that. I was averse for a while because it's slimy.
It's
It's
Molly,
got a slimy texture.
Here's what gets me. If Molly goes, want to try this new food, Tom, I get really cross. I'm just like, I really don't. Especially if it's a food that other people would eat in the school canteen. Like the other day, she was like, I've got some dried fruit. Want some? And I was like, no, man.
I think I've realised, because I've tried some crazy shit.
Yeah.
Like I've eaten bull testicles, alligator, ostrich, crickets, fish eggs, but like not like the.
What are you doing, man?
I'm just listening.
They just let you loose in the zoo.
What a day.
It was a vlog you never got to post.
No, I don't know. Well, actually, it kind of was. It was remember on tour, I was doing like that weird food tour that they never posted. I might post it. But we tried you tried bull testicles, actually.
Oh, yeah. They were just like fine.
They're fine. So alligator was interesting. But anyway, my point is I've tried some really weird shit, but for some reason, like baked beans or cheese on toast or...
It's them childhood ones, isn't it?
Yeah, childhood. Like, when I was a kid, I just kind of decided there are certain foods that I don't like, even though I'd never tried them. And it's like my brain's like formed like concrete. And like now it's just like adamant that is fact and there's no way of changing it.
Like, I can name ones that I hate, that I shouldn't hate. Like, Tubbo once made me this, like, baked beans, but in the beans I have...
that was minging, I remember it.
This processed sausage, and that... And not only was it that...
Minging, I remember it.
Like, Tubbo once made me this, like, baked beans, but in the beans I have...
that was minging, I remember it.
This processed sausage, and that... And not only was it that, but it was the fact that he ate it every day. It made me, like, proper angry.
Yeah, it's weird how I was a picky eater, because I was like, most people, when they're picky eaters, eat very basic shit, where I was like the opposite. Basic shit freaks me out, but like...
I've always been an old man at heart.
And the thing is, I love cooking. I cook my own meals.
You're a great cook, man.
Thank you very much.
It's all right, man.
You like a bit of cooking, though?
Yeah. But I'm not the best cook.
You're all right. You made me...
Better.
You did a nice curry. Admittedly, it was pre-bought sauce in a jar that you just sort of heated, but it was nice. You bought the good sauce.
No one makes the sauce, though. No one knows how.
I think you could probably look it up. It was only a korma.
No.
He's got a bit of coconut in there.
Better not. Don't like coconut.
I believe korma has coconut in, doesn't it? Yeah. Pretty sure. Yeah.
But the thing is, once I found out there's something you've just reminded me of my worst enemy.
My God.
Oh my God, sorry. This just reminded me.
It's terrifying. This
is the worst food. This, genuinely, I've only cried over food 2 times in my life.
I've only cried.
There's been two times I've cried over food. One was on that cheese sandwich, and the other one...
What cheese sandwich?
Oh, that was my first time crying over food. And I remember thinking, because I was only like 9, thinking, yeah, this is a low point. And then my other time was couscous. I hate it. If someone has it near me, it fills me with anger and rage.
No, you need to, mate. You need to try 80s
The
couscous.
texture of it. It's this horrible thing.
It's just small rice.
No,
like tiny rice.
It's so much worse than that. It's like a load of like tiny angry birds in your mouth. Not angry birds. Yeah,
it's a lot of noise.
Needed to do that.
My dad, he makes famously 80s couscous, and it's famed in my family. Whenever we do a barbecue, my uncle goes, "Hey, are you making that couscous?" And he does. And it's lovely. It's delicious.
If AD tried to hand me his couscous, I give him the Dick and Dom, which for audio listeners is my fists. All right? And for visual listeners, you've already seen. And then this cheese, right? I was on an aeroplane to Mexico, and I was about 9.
You know, some kids are starving, and you sobbed because you were forced to eat a sandwich on a plane.
These kids didn't have to try this cheese sandwich.
If these starving kids were presented with this cheese sandwich,
telling you,
they'd
man,
turn it down.
It was this horrible square. I don't know what it had in it, but they presented it
Cheese,
to me.
right?
It was this cheese, and Mum was like, "You have to eat it. You haven't ate for 9 hours." I was like, "Mum, I'm not eating this horrid food." She's like, "I have to." And I remember taking a bite, and I was so hungry, but I hated it so much, and I was just tears are streaming down my face as I ate this tiny cheese sandwich. And I was just so angry at everything, so cross.
That sounds bad.
It was horrible. And then I had about 5 years there where I wouldn't eat any aeroplane food.
Chicken porridge. It's one of my weird ones. I ate chicken porridge before on Air China. It was airplane food at that.
Horrible chicken porridge.
You know how that came about?
How?
I should have anticipated that the food wouldn't be Western on Air China. It's kind of in the name, but I didn't. Because it's kind of like their equivalent of like British Airways.
Yeah.
But except there's like a kind of scary man that comes over the intercom and tells you if you do anything wrong on the plane, they'll arrest you. It's a bit scary. But I was on Air China going to Beijing, and I'm by myself. I'm flying alone, right? And they come over. It's no, sorry, this was actually not the Beijing flight. It was out of Beijing into Japan, and it's a morning flight. And they go, "Sir, would you like some breakfast?" I go, I've been flying for fucking 13 hours at this point. I would love some breakfast. Right, and they go, "What would you like?" We have, I think it was like cereal, but I'm not a big fan of cereal. Kind of sucks. This is another one of my ones.
What?
Imagine take a crunchy thing, but then everyone goes, "Why don't you douse it in liquid and make it soggy?" When has anything ever good been described as soggy?
A cute wet dog?
Fuck off. No, there's nothing good that I'm ever going to put in my mouth that's soggy.
Yeah, you can't eat dog.
The game Soggy Biscuit is like the worst game I can think of, right? The soggy is just bad. So anyway,
Singing
cereal.
in the Rain?
What?
Singing in the Rain.
I don't like the rain.
Singing
Shit.
the movie.
I don't give a fuck. It's in the rain. The Rainforest. That's the better.
Man
that's
or a
good as it
Muppet,
goes.
that's in the rain.
I just don't want
That's
to be in the rain.
incredible.
And
That's
those Muppets would have been so soggy. I bet those Muppets smelt foul afterwards. Damp Muppets. Anyway, look. Sounds like an insult. I'm gonna start saying that to me, you fucking damp Muppet. My hair. Anyway, but they say, do you want cereal or porridge? As a kid, I fucking loved porridge. Treacle in some fucking Quaker's oats with a bit of milk. Oh, I love a bit of porridge.
Porridge is solid.
So I'm like, great. Hit me with that porridge. I go,
Yeah.
I'll have the porridge, please.
Yeah.
And the guy stands there and goes, chicken porridge. And I go, you didn't say chicken. Chicken wasn't added the first time.
Oh, God, you can't have
And then he delivered to me chicken porridge. Now, porridge, as far as I'm aware, is a sweet thing.
Oh, it's making my throat go a bit funny.
It's not bad. Like, I quite enjoyed the chicken porridge, but it wasn't what porridge is, as far as I'm concerned. So it was really weird.
That would have made me cry.
It was salty and a bit chickeny.
Yeah, that would have properly. If I'd been awake for 13 hours, like, you handled yourself very well there, man.
I ate it. I enjoyed the chicken porridge, in fact. But it was odd. It was a weird experience. But this is my point. It's weird that I also like, yeah, I can eat chicken porridge, but I can't have Wotsits. I'll vomit if I have Wotsits.
Really?
Oh, and this is the thing. Oh, I remember once just someone eating Wotsits near me and it made me throw up.
Wow.
I hate them. I don't know what it is. And Quavers, all those cheesy crisps.
Oh, I love them. Molly once got, this is only a few months ago, so angry at me because this might make you throw up actually. I had Wotsits on the tube and then I'd lick my fingers and then put it on the tube handle.
Yeah,
she was like, that's too grim.
That's minging.
But I didn't mind one bit.
That's minging. And the
Your
thing
body will defend you
what?
from illness.
I'm not scared about getting ill. I just don't like them.
Like, I was just rehashing an argument I had with Molly. She wouldn't speak to me. It was too much. I kept going, my body will defend me. I think.
Oh, because you were licking your her issue was you were touching the thing and then licking your fingers.
The
and
tube, yeah.
Germs. Tube is dirty as well, man. You know, I learned recently, I think it's the Central line or maybe the Piccadilly line, one of them. Being on there for 20 minutes is the equivalent of smoking one cigarette. The air quality is that bad.
Really?
There's that much shit in the air.
Why should you stop?
Smoking.
Yeah.
Smoking and getting cabs. If I could improve one thing about this thing, instead of a mug, we'd have an ashtray and we'd smoke big cigars. That's what I do. Instead of this, yeah.
Yeah, you like a cigar, don't you?
Ooh, we're going to talk about that online. So that's the thing I don't talk about because
I've leaked it.
You've leaked it.
Unless you want it cut.
I don't really like a cigar, but
Oh, yeah,
I
you
don't
do.
smoke.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't smoke
When
at
you,
all.
I've got the sickest photo of you ever when you were dressed as the Joker and someone had like a little
She had
cigar.
a cigarillo, so I did have
and
a
you
a
just
pull.
had it in. You looked so cool.
Don't say that. I'll encourage people. It's
Honestly,
not a cool thing
it
to do.
looks sick. Guys,
It's not a cool thing to do.
Don't use soap after you pee and smoke cigars. If you take
It's not a
anything
cool
from
thing
this
to do at all,
podcast,
but I have once or twice smoked a cigar.
it is cool.
It's not cool, but it's
You look cool as
if
fuck.
you're going to smoke some tobacco, it's the safest way to do it. But that's
We're saying this
That's
to
not
our
good.
audience who fucking vape. They need
yeah.
this.
Don't.
If you're gonna-
if you're
you're gonna
vaping, you're an
commit.
idiot. Get on the cigars.
Do you know what I mean? Vaping is the lamest thing.
It is stupid. It is really stupid. But anyway,
I once did it and I went, "Oh, I get how you get addicted to this," and I never did it again.
yeah, it is like that.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why
But that's drugs, isn't it, for you?
that's drugs for you.
yeah.
But yeah, no. I was gonna wrap up the food thing by this.
What wrap up?
Well, no, because we didn't even get to try the wraps in the meal deal video. I was pissed off about that. I love the wraps. Had to eat sandwiches.
Yeah, you do.
And this is what made it.
Do you remember on that fishing video when you fell out with me because I had your wrap?
You ate my wraps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like wraps. Anyway, the one thing that got me was, and this, I don't know about you. You know, if you put a food in that you don't like, would you spit it out?
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Yeah, no.
That makes me feel more sick. And the thing is, James, because funnily, we had the exact same aversions, ketchup, cheese, and eggs. So he would like take a bite of it, and he'd go, and spit it, and that made me feel so ill.
This video sounds like it was a horrible idea to sign up to.
I don't know why I did it. But yeah, I hate spitting. I hate it. And like, the other day, what did I eat? What was I having? I ate, that was it. What? I had something the other day, a ramen bowl, and it had, I think, a date in it or something.
Oh.
But it had a big stone. It had a stone. I didn't know it was going to have a stone, so I bit into it, and the stone just shattered in my mouth. And I had to, like, obviously spit it out because it's a fucking stone. You can't eat it. And I hated it. I, like, had to find a napkin and just be like, oh,
Man.
horrible.
Yeah, fuck. The thing is, I don't mind spitting. Because why are you looking at me like that? Because I've always, why are you looking at me like that? Because I've always been a dribbler.
You do dribble,
But
I find dribble gross.
I've always been dribbling.
I was remembering gross stuff. One time I was on a plane when I was a kid, and I turned around and there was a man who'd been eating sour cream and onion Pringles, and then he fell asleep, and I'm not even joking. There was like thick drool down his face onto his chest. He's like asleep. I was like, and it's been with me so vividly since I was a kid. It's horrible, and I love those Pringles, and it almost killed them for me forever because he just had a tube. And it was like, minging, horrible. Why would someone wake him up? It was horrible. He was right behind me.
I told you with the orthodontist, didn't I? The orthodontists were with me and they couldn't get it on, and I remember
They couldn't get it
I
on.
remember the main author guy leaning over to one of the littler ones and going, he's got an overactive, what is it? Oh no, overactive saliva system or something. And I remember thinking, I always had a feeling I was a dribbler, but you've confirmed it. And then I had to go and took it in. But all the time, Molly gets annoyed at me because I'm always swallowing. I'm just always just like, I'm just so full of dribble.
You have very wet lips always. What you do? You just bit your lip. What did you do that for? That's odd. You bit the wrong one as well. People like bite their bottom. You bit the top lip. What did you do that for? You have very wet lips always. What you do? You just bit your lip. What did you do that for? That's odd. You bit the wrong one as well. People like bite their bottom. You bit the top lip. Like a Shih Tzu.
I zoned out a little bit there. Again, I've been up forever.
You have been up forever.
But,
Should we
yeah.
move on? We've been talking about food for ages.
Now you're getting me really aware of all the water in my mouth all the time.
It's because we've been talking about food. Have you eaten much? Oh, I sound like a grandma. Have you eaten?
What's the next topic?
Go
Do you
on.
want me to? All right.
I mean, you were the one who brought this up.
Basically, yeah. I was just staying in my Airbnb, and do you just get worried about fuckers just like hiding in your house and shit?
Not
I feel like I sound dumb
once or
today.
twice. Remember the other week when I had like the worst moment where I had to put a knife in my drawer?
Yeah,
That
that was sleep paralysis. Though, wasn't it? Your
it wasn't sleep paralysis. That was just me being no, because I woke up and I just was stressed for some reason. But generally speaking, like
That's because I learned this in therapy. When you wake up, you'll still have that anxiety that's in your brain.
Yeah, I wake up anxious a lot. I think I have a lot of anxiety dreams.
But hey,
That's a bit sad.
you're gonna get through this, man.
I hope so.
Just deep breaths, man, one at a time. Anyway, I'm always worried. I can't shower without checking that the door's locked because I'm just worried I'm gonna get psychoed on and just get stabbed. And I always check if the door's locked. And if I'm in a new place, I have to check the cupboards.
The cupboards is mad. I've never thought to check the cupboards.
That's how they get you.
There's been a couple of times where like I'll end stream and I'll realise the whole time my door was unlocked and I have to like do a quick patrol of the house. But my house isn't that big, so it is pretty quick. It's like a 2-bedroom flat, so I just sort of stick my head in the rooms and go, "Oi!" and no one ever comes out, and I go, "Nice." Fucking, you know what? You know what shut me up the other day? I was live, and obviously, you know how when we were on tour, I let Harry stay at my house for 2 months, right? He's got a key to my house. I've never got it back off him.
Oh, yeah.
So he has a key to my house. I was live, and I hear like a little bit of a rattle, and I think, open the door. Fucking Harry's like in my hallway, scared the fuck. He just let himself in to like come on stream, which was fine, I guess, but it scared the fuck out of me. So I'm a bit more paranoid now.
Yeah, fuck.
Because now, maybe not an assailant, but average Harry could be in my house at any time.
Yeah.
Or my girlfriend or my mum and dad, they're the people with keys. Or my landlord.
I think, for me, a lot of my fears stemmed, right, is when I was young, I'd always try and make my parents jump. So I'd always crawl over the gate. You had a gate at the top of your stairs, didn't you? Anyway.
Said that with a lot of certainty, I think so.
I did, and I'd crawl down and I'd hide and I'd make my parents jump. And I got really good at it. And then one time I got home from school, right? My mum was in the porch, but she held a pretzel in front of her face. So I didn't see her. And I was going, Mum, where are you? And she was just stood in front of me with a pretzel in front of her face. Because she knows I love pretzels.
You a fucking idiot.
And I was, Mum, where are you? And then I turned around and I went, Rah! And I properly nearly went to get her. Because I was so scared.
What were you scared of?
She'd shocked me.
Did she? You never told that part of the story. Did the story not just go, you shouted mum a bunch and then randomly you went, ah! Was that not how the story just went?
She had a pretzel. She was hiding behind a pretzel.
Did she jump out behind the pretzel?
No, I just finally spotted her.
Oh, that makes more sense. Right, yeah, you missed that part. It's quite crucial.
I can't figure out if I told it poorly or if you zoned out. But
I did zone out.
I think it might have actually been a mix of
bit
both.
of both.
Yeah.
I do zone out sometimes. I do.
No, but speaking of being worried about dying.
Yeah.
I am. And I wrote.
You have been for a while now.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad. You are tired, man.
I say pretty and real, and it came out preal. It's pretty bad. And what I did though, and this is great to calm me down, is wrote a series of posts to go out after I die.
Okay.
Which obviously I can't. You can pick
That's
one.
maybe a spoiler, wouldn't it?
You can pick one to read. There's a lot.
How many did you write? How much content you got planned for when you're dead? You're going to be around for another year.
I've genuinely got more tweets that are going up when I die. When I showed this to Harry, you went, man, I can't wait for you to die. Look, read these. Only pick one of them to read.
These are...
Yeah, no, but I figure what's going to happen? I'm dead. That was my.
That's good.
That was my reasoning.
That's really strong. I'm not reading that one. That's funny, though. The sort of crux of a lot of these is you can't cancel a dead guy. But it's some strong material. My favourite is just took a visit down to the eternal suffering of hell to say hi to Techno. He's doing okay. Back to heaven I go. That's strong. Sorry, I just had to read them. We'll move on now. There's some fun in there. There's some good stuff.
Yeah, so that's what I'm going to, that's my plan. And ever since then, I've been happy because I know when I die, there's a lot of positives.
Yeah, it's going to be it'll be an interesting time.
It'll be really weird.
I hope I'm alive when you're dead now. Like, and that's a weird thing to say to a friend, but I really now want to witness the aftermath to that.
Yeah, and I'm going to update it yearly so it's still topical.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
and I'm going to record my death videos soon.
Oh, you can get that out of the way now.
Yeah, I figure
it might be happening
I'll
soon.
update them yearly.
You think you're a 27 club sort of guy?
No, I'd really like to die old. It's one of my goals as
You
well
reckon
as
yeah, maybe some of those references will be. You know what's funny? Yeah? If you do die really old, some of those will be so petty because they're so like jabs for now.
Yeah,
That'll be good. Right, anyway, we're keeping you two out the loop, viewers. Should we move on? Right, speaking of death, I had an encounter with the dead.
Been 2 transitions today that have opened with. Speaking of death,
Yeah, well, I mean, it's been a death-heavy week, apparently. No one died, it's just, I thought about it. I went to the most haunted pub in Brighton, right? But what led me there was stealing a phone charger from Soho in London. Because I went out and my phone was really low. And you know, I don't know if you've seen these. Some bars and clubs and stuff have like little stations.
oh yeah,
And you go over and you go, I want to rent a charger. Right? And it just like a little charger pops out, you plug your phone in.
to me that's a human right, but let's keep moving on.
Charge, you know what? I like that. I like that about you. That they should be free, but it wasn't. It was £3 an hour, which is steep. I think it obviously goes up to a cap because we'll get into this. But so I take a charger out and I charge the phone, and then Ali was like, we should leave. I'm like, cool. But then I desperately needed a piss. Desperately.
Oh, join the club.
Yeah. So I went into a random club. Funnily.
Oh, club the club.
Yeah, because I was with my friend Robbo, who's from South Carolina, and he looked at the guy about to look at his ID, and went, "No, we only let people from North Carolina in," and then laughed to himself, and then let him in. It was quite fun. Anyway, we go to the club, piss in the club, leave the club immediately. Felt quite bad for the bouncer that had done a joke with us because we left immediately. We didn't have to. It was a free club, by the way. I'm not like some rich person that pays £5 to piss. Anyway, and then we left, and I was like, "Fuck! I've still got the charger. I didn't put it back." And this is the thing, I have a bad habit of doing this. I have about 5 portable chargers I've nicked from these stations. And every time you do, it's not like I get away with stealing. It's not like this fun little thrill. They just charge £30 to my account. That's what it says. It's like, deliver it back within 72 hours or we're charging you £30. So I've ended up paying £30 about 5 times because I'm really bad.
Oh my God.
I forget to put them back every time.
How much is that? £600?
You
No,
fucking
sorry,
idiot.
no,
It's 150.
Still, that's far too.
Yeah, it's too much, exactly. And this time I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
this time I'm like, fuck that. I'm not paying £30. I do not need more portable chargers. I have one of mine that I bought for me anyway. I'm not paying £30, so I'm adamant I'm going to put this charger back. Guess what? I never put it back. No. I ended up at the Druid's Head. Is it Druid's Inn? Wait, I've forgotten. Is it Druid's Head? Yeah, Druid's Head. Which I then find out, I knew this anyway. I didn't want to go particularly. Supposedly, it's the most haunted pub in Brighton. It's haunted by.
Oh, you're well into your ghosts.
Yeah, you know I believe in ghosts, and so the Druid's Head Brighton haunted, right? It supposedly. Oh, what's that Google AI thing? It gave me a good little rundown of this earlier. Cool. Yeah, the Druid's Head is widely considered one of the most haunted pubs in the city, right? Apparently, there's a ghostly young girl seen wandering the basement. A malevolent presence, right? Malevolent presence. I'm thinking at this point, how much is this phone charger worth to me if I'm going to have to deal with malevolence?
What is that?
Evil. Badness. It's just like, it's bad, man. Bad malevolence. A smuggling tunnel. That's not really haunted. This is where the AI starts getting a bit involved. But yeah, it's all right. It's like renowned for being haunted, right? And I walk in, and you know, I'm an ooky spooky guy. I love it goes. And I got my feeling. I've told you about this. I'll explain. I truly believe when I walk into a place, because I've done ghost hunting a few times. I've been to places where nothing happens. We went with Sam and Colby. That was a creepy fucking shit happened. Shit happened.
Oh yeah, that were odd.
That was a weird shit happened. Right? He doesn't like talking about it because he doesn't like accepting that weird shit happened.
No. Well, I don't want to, slag off Sam and Colby.
Well, I think it's totally reasonable to still be skeptical. They wouldn't be, man.
Well, the candle was already falling over, and we went in and clammed around. And
We
then it
didn't.
Fell over.
We walked about.
The only bit that made no sense was the quiet voice in the room that we heard very distinct and clearly. That was the only bit that.
Yeah, exactly. The voice of a little girl that we heard in a room with no one in it was pretty.
That was. But I feel like the guy probably set up a little speaker or something.
Do you think it was faked?
I feel like that guy was like, I want people to come back. These guys are going to come and film it and see 10 million people are going to see it. I'm going to make sure that something happens.
I get what you're saying.
No, I don't think.
He just left us alone in that room for so long. You think if he'd like hidden a speaker or something, like,
or maybe there was girl outside. That
I doubt that.
because we don't know that. I just don't think for any viewers. In case you haven't seen the Sam and Colby video, we're in this room, supposedly one of the most haunted rooms in all of England, and
The most haunted.
and we heard little hello. But the problem is it sounded so like candid and not shouted that
Because there were some fans who'd recognised us at the
was the thing.
the place, but we were on the second floor, which was
Adjacent to the ground floor of the next. Road.
it was I think it was slightly too high up that because at one point we had a knock on one of the windows and it was too high up that you could knock. It was like above the ground to a level where like you'd have to be like fucking Shaquille O'Neal to knock on
But
it.
they could knock.
No,
That really big knock was definitely a person.
No, I don't think so at all.
Literally said that was a person trying it.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
They thought that at first, but I was like, we're too high up.
Yeah, but we never peered out a window to figure out how high up we were.
Oh yeah, but when we left, I looked at the thing and it was way too high.
Nah, that was because
Someone maybe could have thrown a rock. That's possible.
no, it was someone just thudding a bit down.
That's what I mean. But you couldn't possibly. It was too high.
Anyway, ghosts aren't real, mate.
But I think they are. I've had other experiences as well. Me and Toby went ghost hunting. Some weird shit happened. I mean, we went in a proper like demon summoning room. It was weird. Hated it. But we
But you get your little spider sense.
yeah, I get like spidey sense about like ghost places.
Did you think? Are you gonna say that you think there's a ghost following you around all the time?
I had a suspicion for a while, but I don't think I think that's stopped.
But you reckon there
There was a period where weird shit kept happening. When I was at Eleanor's one night, I heard a noise or like something. And bear in mind, like she lives high up in an apartment building, right? Like way off the ground. Yeah, and like it's very well soundproof. So I've never heard the upstairs, downstairs, side to side neighbors. I've never heard them ever in my life, right? We've thrown parties in there. They've never complained. Like it's very well isolated. And one night I hear a noise. I don't know what bit of clamoring or whatever. And I shot up, but I was like half asleep. So I was like, oh, maybe I imagined it. But then as I shoot up, one of the cats fucking darts as if they heard something as well. And I was like, what the fuck? And then like one time I heard a disembodied voice and that's captured on stream. There's a stream clip on my Twitter where there's a voice that you hear clear as day on stream. But look, I believe in this sort of thing. And whenever I've been to haunted places, the legit ones where we've experienced something, when I've walked in, I've always got this feeling immediately of, oh, this is the real deal. And I got it in that pub. Nothing happened because I was only there for about 5 minutes. I got in and out.
What does it
quick.
feel like, your little
I
crazy
don't know.
spidey
I just
sense?
get this feeling. It's like right in my chest of like dread.
Wow.
It's like, it's weird. It's a weird like, ugh. But every time I've had that and I've lingered in a place, something weird has happened. And maybe you could explain that away as me being paranoid about a place and then I like sort of like maybe it's like placebo, but like, I don't know. Because I've witnessed things that are like inexplicable. And that's what I don't get. I think, because I used to be quite skeptical until I witnessed. Well, the main one was that actually because I had the voice on stream was the first thing I ever had. That I was like, I can't explain that. There was just a disembodied voice on the mic. Because I heard it, thought it was Eleanor shouting at me from the other room, went out. I was like, did you shout at me? She was like, no. She was just sat with the headphones and doing some work. And I went back into the chat. I was like, oh, I'm ever sorry. I thought I heard something. And the whole chat was like, we heard it as well. And I pulled up the clip and it's like an audible. It's not like super loud, but it's like loud enough that it's like clearly talking.
No, I just probably reckon that there isn't ghosts. But then I worry I'm going to say that and then die. But then all my awesome tweets go out, so it's a win-win.
But yeah, that pub freaked me out. But you really don't believe, do you?
I just, no.
You don't want to.
I definitely don't.
Because I think that's the impression I got on the day with Sam and Colby. It was like, it wasn't a case of like, you were freaked out, but you were trying your very best to...
The bit I hated the most to this day that you didn't experience, but I did, is when we were in this little dark room, right at the end.
Oh, right at the end, we had to
stayed
go in
there
the house
for ages,
in
and
pitch
you
black.
left the room first, and as I was leaving, I saw a silhouette, and then I went, that was really horrible, but oh well. And then when I rewatched the video, I read the comments and I paused it at a timestamp, and this exact silhouette was there, and that's when I went, that's quite uncomfortable.
Mm.
But I just would rather. The thing I didn't like is how we hung out with Sam and Colby for hours, and they were really chill.
They're great. They're
And
lovely
then
people.
They were like really serious about the undemon in us. You know, when they will rub it, and they didn't like use it in the video.
I've never spoken about this because
They
they
used
left
this like shit on us.
Yeah, they
where
didn't
were,
put it in the video, did they?
wiping us. And then, But they were like, and they weren't even filming. They were just so serious. Like, we have to undemon you. And I was like,
what? I'll explain this a bit better.
it was so weird.
They had holy water because supposedly this place had demonic presences, and if they can try and latch onto people is the idea. And if they have latched onto you or attempted that, apparently have to do is take holy water and splash it on the back of your neck, and that supposedly kills any attachments. And this is the thing that really freaks me out, right? We all put the holy water on the back of our neck. I did it as well, and then we nipped back inside to do the thumbnails, didn't we?
Yeah.
Which feels counterintuitive. which feels like they weren't really. But
respected the thumbnail.
yeah, the ghosts were like, all right, we'll leave them alone. But we went back in. Well, we didn't go back in the demon room. But we went back in, and we went back inside, and I was like, God, it like feels like it's like burning the back of my neck, the holy water. And they then both went, what? And I went, it feels like it's burning. And
Yeah,
then
their faces
and then,
like dropped.
And then they pulled the camera out and like turned with a big fucking light on it. Went, say that again. And I went, it felt like it was burning my neck. And they said, apparently, the priestess that they bought the holy water off of said that if there was something trying to latch itself onto you and you do that, then that's the sign that, like, if it burns, that's the sign that it's something has tried to latch onto you and it's preventing it. And they're like, so you're fine, but something had a crack at it. And I was like, that really unsettled me.
That I remember because then me and you sat cuddling in a bed for like
2 hours when we got back.
Properly 2 hours. You didn't want to go to, because your room had like a weird corridor to the bathroom.
Oh, it was a horrible, creepy corridor. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, and you were just like, you almost slept in my bed with me.
Yeah, it was so unsettling. I didn't sleep
I
that night.
invited you to.
I didn't sleep that night. I didn't go to sleep till literally I couldn't sleep until the sun came up.
You could have slept in my bed with me, man.
I probably could have done, but I was adamant that I could. I had to leave the lights on. I was so freaked out.
It was really that whole, and because I got bollocked by the lady as well there.
Oh,
like,
at the hotel.
The whole vibe of the hotel. The hotel was creepy. It was off.
Well, at first we thought that was the haunted place, didn't we? We thought that was where we were going to
and then it was like,
investigate.
no, that's where you're sleeping, and we went, oh,
Yeah. But no, you know what really bothers me the most about that?
what? Yeah.
Is that the holy water thing, they didn't put that in the video. You know, when that thing where like they didn't end up using it. And that's what freaks me out more. Because like, obviously, I do trust the boys and we hung out with them and they were lovely. But like, they didn't even use that in the video. There was no reason for them to say that other than it just being what they believe. And that freaks me out. I fucking do not like it.
I really didn't like the idea that it would come from my crotch. I was genuinely the whole video, and you don't really film this, but I was basically stood like this, legs over, one hand over my crotch, because I just didn't want to get groped.
So again, for context,
I was
if you've
just
not seen
really
the video,
fearful.
there was supposedly the demonic,
The succubus.
the demonic presence were
Incubus.
a succubus and an incubus, which are sex demons. You know,
I just really didn't want. I just was like, I don't want a demon to try and go for me in my pants. If I rewatch that video, I get like a cold feel, like a shiver down my spine. It wasn't like traumatic, but it does take me back to a thing I would absolutely never like to do.
would you never do it again? Because I want to do it with them again.
I'd do it if it was not a small confined house. I'd do it if it was more like a big military base.
Yeah, I really want to go to the Conjuring house.
Yeah, no fuck.
That I saw their series on that.
I would really like you to go and then tell me about it here.
Yeah. The thing is, so I have insider info on the Conjuring house. I know a woman that grew up living in that house. It was her childhood home. And she doesn't seem to think it's haunted. She does support some of the things Sam and Colby was saying, where like you find snake skins in the attic ceiling a lot because there's a lot of snakes. And she's like, there was the odd creak and stuff every once in a while, but she doesn't seem to think it's haunted. And I'm like, because this is the thing, Sam and Colby's series.
You watched their video on it where they were like, oh my God, it's me gran. I didn't do that justice.
No, that was, yeah, sorry, Sam. You actually seem highly emotional.
Yeah, you were sobbing.
I think since then, though, Cody and Satori, the people that did that knocking thing, have been debunked pretty heavily.
Oh, really?
There was a lot of people trying to do it at the time, but nothing that fully convinced me, but there was some weirdness. So, like, Cody claimed, because Cody died. So here's a fun.
What, that guy in the videos?
He's not dead. He died years prior to that. He had leukemia, and he died, but they revived him.
Oh, well, why would you phrase it like that?
Because he did die. They brought him back.
If I went like, Tubbo died, oh, yeah, for a minute, and then he came back. The doctor in Arrested Development that said, he's all right. And they go, what? And he go, yeah, he's lost his left arm. He's all right now. That's what that was just then, mate.
But either way, Cody
He
died
died.
briefly, and then they revived him.
Died briefly 9 years ago.
Yes!
Why would you say it
This
like
is
that?
important!
Why would you phrase it like a fucking... First of all, one, I'm all paranoid that you brought a succubus with you on your neck.
I've not.
I can't keep my hands off my balls, and I'm sorry to all the visual listeners, watchers that are just sort of
Casper
watching
watchers,
me
yeah.
fiddle. But,
But no, he had leukemia. He dies. He gets revived, right? And he claims that ever since then he's been able to communicate with spirits the way he can, but only when he's with Satori. Right? It's like a couple thing. But then there's this video of him from like 12 years ago doing the knocking method by himself.
but he hadn't died at that point.
Exactly, and he's not met Satori yet either. And also, Satori's dad happened to have a big ghost hunting TV show. There's a lot of like
This sounds like...
conveniences with those two.
Like-
And I'm not calling them out because I'm not that person. I believe in this sort of shit to a degree, but I've seen some things that make me skeptical of them, and I would like to go to the Conjuring House and see them do that live.
This is like when
Judge it for
people are
myself.
like, oh, nah, but Doctor Strange needs to protect the stone, and Wong is his mate, and they're more... I just watched him.
What the fuck are you talking? I mean, I've seen,
I just watched Infinity War, so...
I've
it's
met
on the-
one.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I just remembered that. He brought his kids to the Wonka premiere.
And you didn't get a photo with him?
No, I saw him with his kids, and I thought, oh, I'm not bothering him.
I would have bothered him immediately.
You bother people.
Would've
I
gone,
can't do it.
Wong!
I
It's
can't.
Tom! And they would have high-fived him, we would have been best friends, and he would have gone, do you want to be a crucial part of the MCU? And I would have gone, okay.
I just can't bring myself to bother people. Like, I'll go to a meet and greet and stuff, but like, he was there with his kids to enjoy a night with his kids, and I can't do that. It's like I met Biba Doobie the other day. I went to a small gig of hers, and there's a little VIP bit that I was invited to. But like, it turned out that everyone else there was just sort of on her team or her friends, and it was just sort of me and Eleanor were like these odd ones out because it was a YouTube event who they just sort of said they can go to. So it's sort of Biba Doobie having like kind of private party almost, and I'm just there. And I'm like, I just couldn't. Ellie asked for a picture with her, and she seemed completely cool with it. But I then couldn't bring myself to be like, me too. I just couldn't do it. I feel so bad.
I get photos with people even if they're not famous. I just, if they're interesting, like that old man in that Ohio bar, I have a selfie with him.
Oh, you did get that, yeah.
Because I was like, I want to be able to show you.
He was interesting. He was. People-
Speaking of pictures, there are lots of pictures of Taylor Swift. Which isn't how you thought I'd transition. Oh, yeah, man. I had a horrible experience this week. Yeah. What? I went to go
That
see
sound
Taylor
quite-
Swift.
Yeah, I figured this was going to be one of those things where you say, this was terrible, and then you put yourself in a really good setting, like first class on a plane or something.
I had a horrible experience. I went to see Taylor Swift,
Mm.
and she was really good. You realise when you're there that you only know 3 of her songs.
No way. Even I knew like fucking 10.
She did a great run. She did Blank Space, and then she did Shake It Off, and then she did Style, and then she did Wildest Dreams. There was about 4 there where I was absolutely into it.
What about Love Story? Love Story is the best song
That's
of all time.
such a... I don't know why you go
It's
on.
a love story. It's great.
Romeo, bloody, 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 blah. Shut
No,
up, man.
that's...
It's
I think you were
not-
doing Rapunzel there.
It's not even... I'm sorry, but it's not even one of the best.
It is her best song ever.
No, Shake It Off is her best song ever.
Fuck off. Idiot.
Don't be like this.
Idiot. That's
Don't be-
stupid.
I wouldn't do it. Don't be like this. Shake It Off is the best one.
No. God, no. Folklore is the best album.
All right, we're not getting into this. But my point being, you clearly know more of them than I do. I'd seen Bruce the other week at Wembley, so, you know, she was already down bad, as you say, after her new song.
What?
Her new song, she has a song called Down Bad.
Oh, does she?
Yeah, yeah. But no, I love Taylor Swift. I love her. She's one of the people that I love her more as a person than I do her music. I think
Mm.
she's an
Yeah,
incredible
billionaires are generally very good people.
Isn't it? Yes. And then I, what's it? And I went out and I was going there thinking, gonna get recognised a lot, I am. Oh gosh, it might be a busy one for me. And then I go, and there's 92,000 people, all of them teenage girls.
Which generally, to make him look less weird, are generally the type of people that recognise us.
And not one comes up to me. And I was at the point where I was almost going, yeah, Lemamberg? It's me! It's me! And I was wearing red and shit, you know. I was like, really? I was outraged. But then I went to Edinburgh and loads of people recognised
You,
me.
oh, you just went to Edinburgh?
Yeah, tons. But it's weird now because when people recognise me, before it would just be like anyone coming up to me like, you, photo. And now it's only people who have a connection with me, which is a double-edged sword.
Probably better, really.
It's a double-edged sword, which I always thought confusing because I thought it was a sword with 2 blades and you just be hurting yourself, but it's not.
Oh, is it not?
No, no.
I always thought it was that as well.
It's not. It's not. It's there's one side to the sword and another side to the sword.
I thought a double-edged sword also meant you were hurting yourself, because usually when you say double-edged sword, it's like kind of good but kind of bad.
In it.
Oh. Yeah, I thought it was a sword where the handle was a blade.
Yeah, me too. Anyway.
That's weird that we made the same mistake.
So I'm at Taylor Swift. After Taylor Swift, I had to sleep on the floor of my mate's house, yeah? Because,
Why?
Because I had a hotel in St. Pancras, but there's 92,000 Swifties, and I just thought, I'm not doing this bullshit. So I went and slept on this floor, and I was sat sleeping on this air mattress thinking,
You booked a hotel, man.
is this really what? It was a 40-minute Uber away, and through London, that'd be pricey, wouldn't it?
It's terrible. I think it's worth not sleeping on the floor.
No, but I was so tired.
We've worked hard on this podcast. You can splash out a little. We got the Patreon.
Sometimes I just get a real pang of guilt about spending money, and that was one of them. I went,
I do get that.
sometimes I'm like, it would probably be like 30 quid, and I was like, that's just wrong for an Uber. When it would be 2 quid on the tube if I waited. I went, I'm not doing this, I'm sleeping here. So I slept on floor, you know what I mean? And then I get recognised as in Edinburgh. But people say the weirdest shit to me. Let me read out some of them. One person came up to me and said, you're my guilty pleasure. And my mum went, that's a bit rude, isn't it? And then I went, Mum, the only word I heard was pleasure. But then I thought about it a bit longer and went, oh, they did say, I remembered the word guilty.
Yeah.
I thought, I know. That was a great line in the moment to impress my mum. But
Yeah, it's a funny line. Well done.
then at one point, a few minutes later, these 2 girls went, can I get a photo with you? They came up and it was like, you told me that. I was like, yeah, do you want a photo? And they went, no.
That's why I don't do that.
They went, no, and I went, that is a risk. And so I thought, okay, let me chat for a minute. And then they went, can I have a selfie? That is a photo. That is a form of photo. And I went, yeah, but I was, you know. And then just on the way here on the train, this guy went, you told me in it, really excited. I went, yeah. Took a photo with him and he just went really earnestly to me, completely changed his tone. He went, I've got to say, I have to say, I haven't. Sorry, I forgot.
Checking your nose.
I sort of forgot what he said. I got to say, I haven't watched you in a while. And I thought, you didn't have to say that. You didn't got to say that.
It's one of those ones where, like, sometimes it's best not telling people.
I would
things.
rather you lied and said you were my biggest fan, and I wouldn't have been able to tell.
Yeah.
I would have just preferred.
It's not like if someone comes up to you and says, I'm your biggest fan, you go, all right, what was I doing on September the 3rd, 2019? I can pick a year. 2019. Long way away.
But then one girl was really excited to meet me, and then she went, you look edited in. And I went, all right.
My Eras Tour experience was better because I got to meet my friend Ali.
Who?
Ali Kingston University. So he's a TikToker. He famously went to Kingston University in London. He got a 2-2 in his English literature degree. That's bad. That's the worst degree you can get.
Okay.
And he just makes a lot of TikToks like, this is your life if you get a 2-2 from in English literature in like Kingston Uni. And it's just like a picture of a park bench with like a bit of food on it. And he's like, this is where I slept last night. And it's just like, just bullshit. And then he speaks a lot, like the TikTok I discovered him through was right when all the World War III tensions were getting high.
Years ago.
Not years ago, just like...
2020.
No, you idiot. Like not that long ago.
There was World War III tensions.
Yeah. I'm not going to get into the politics of it all right now.
Really?
But yeah, there was some... people... Remember when Rishi started talking about the draft and stuff?
Oh, but I wasn't going to do that.
Yeah, but well, people were worried, and Ali...
Aaron might be. Guess
Ali-
what, Miss Aaron?
Ali made a TikTok and it just said like, you guys have fun fighting in the war. I'm going to fake mental health and clot order things while you're gone.
Jeez.
And it really stuck with me. Anyway, I think this guy's hilarious, right? I think he's funny. I go to the Eras Tour. Just earlier that day, in fact, my friend had posted a picture of him with a fake bald head. And I tweeted replying, you look like Ali Kingston University. I'd only thought about him that morning. I go to the Eras Tour. Eleanor bought us the VIP tickets, so we had like a nice little room we could go in.
VIP tickets? Fuck Fucking hell, Eleanor.
But we were. It was nice. There was like
Could you not got me
there was
some?
an after party.
I only went right the other day.
There was an after party.
Could you not got me some?
No,
Why?
because she got me some.
Why couldn't she got... How much?
I don't know how much they were. I didn't ask.
Yeah, you wouldn't, would you? Fucking hell.
No, anyway, we went.
He takes her money when he's...
Shut up, let me tell the story. This podcast is like the longest we've ever done. Let me tell the story. All right. I'm going into this section, right, before because the gig hasn't.
VIP section.
I'm trying to avoid that. All right, I'm going in because this gig hasn't started and there's like a bar in there. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go get a drink and chill. I'm going in, and we have these wristbands that we've got to get checked. I show the guy my wristband. He lets me in. I'm like, he looked a lot like Ali Kingston University from the tweets I was making earlier, and it was really bothering me. So I go on his Instagram and I look. It turns out I see that he works security. I'm like, holy fuck! Wait, I think that's him. So I go back out. I'm like, are you Ali? And he goes, yeah, bro, you made my night, bro. And he like just starts, like he's well excited. And for the rest of the night, every time I walk in or out, he like spuds me. He's like, my guy. Like he's like gassed that I've recognized him, right? So anyway, he says, you do TikTok? I'm like, yeah, I do a little bit. Yeah, he's like, what videos you make? I'm like, just like funny stuff, you know? He's like, DM me. He's like, DM me afterwards, I'll follow you. I'm like, all right. So I leave and I DM him, I go, lovely to meet you. And then I get a DM back for him. And he goes, okay. So I said, he clearly saw my TikTok and he went, yes, bro, one retweet from you can change my life. Thanks, bro. And then made a video in which he just says all this publicly. He's like, I met this guy. Turns out he has 2 million followers. Jack, one retweet from you will save my life. And he says this on video. And I comment and he goes, love you, bro. And I comment saying, love you, bro. Then he makes more TikToks. Now every time I like his TikToks, turns out you can nudge likes. So he nudges them and we just chat sometimes. He's just became like an unlikely friend of mine who, so anyway, yeah. So you missed out on that because he was working that night because I spoke to him today and he told me he's done every single Eras tour date. He's seen Taylor Swift 8 times. He was telling me I'd love the song Tears Ricochet. I don't know. This is what he was telling me.
Was it just... And you went to an after party?
The after party's part of...
With Mrs... Was she...
No, Taylor Swift isn't there. She's probably busy. It's a long show.
Yeah, no, she should be having...
It was with Ali.
So...
No, he's working.
Were you in a box?
No, it's not really a box. It's so it's like quite... It's for seated. It's like quite close to the stage.
Are you in VIP tickets to see Gambino as well?
I don't know. Maybe.
I think if I said, hey, Ellie, I really like concerts as well, she'd
probably not book you a ticket.
throw a ticket my way.
Probably not. She does it for me, but we're in love, sort of thing.
Come on, Ellie.
I just don't think it's happening, mate.
I bet she would, because she's a kind soul, and I like free things.
You know, it isn't free. The Patreon, guys. That's the main
worm?
Oh, no, the worm. Oh my God! Wait, no. Before we end, we've got to check on the worm. Who isn't here?
Locked behind that wall to your left.
You locked him behind the
The worm is locked behind.
Guys, the worm's
the
locked
worm
in